Welcome back to continuing coverage of the 2024 Under-18 Championships live here at the RA Centre in Ottawa, Canada's capital. And it's Canada's curling capital this week as the stars of today featured at this event. I'm Darren McEwen alongside Curling Canada Manager of Youth Development, Dustin McCush. Thanks for joining us in the booth tonight for the Battle of Ontario, Dustin.
Hi, Darren. Happy to be here tonight.
Two teams that have already picked up wins in this event. Ontario's 1-0 to start, and Northern Ontario 2 is 1-1. And getting a good look there of the athletes competing. We have 4 other games in action here at the RA Centre, as well as 4 games in action over at the Ottawa Hunt. And speaking of the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club, that is the home club of this Ontario team. As we get started with Sydney Anderson, the lead for Ontario, getting set to throw the opening stone by virtue of draw to the button before the game. It was Northern Ontario throwing yellow, winning that draw. So, Dustin, we are in for what should be a good game this evening.
Yeah, 2 teams early in the week still, but both teams looking to pick up a win here tonight.
And we are playing this event with the no-tick rule in place, so lead rocks, always important, I can say, as a lead, but they are important, extra important in events like this where you want to get on the center line so it can't be removed from the center line. And Sydney will do just that to start with. You've played with the rule. I've yet to play with it, Dustin. How do you find as a second?
Yeah, the no-tick rule is definitely interesting for sure. Brings a few more rocks into play, especially late. I think it just adds an extra degree of difficulty for the leads and placing those rocks perfectly on the center line. So I'm a huge fan of the no-tick rule.
Carly McNaughton looking to not move that red stone off the center line. This team out of the Idlewild Curling Club in Sudbury. Mentioned their 1-1 record. They opened the event with an 8-5 loss to Alberta 2 and won this morning against the Yukon in a decisive 17-0 win. So don't think we'll see as high scoring in this one, but we'll see. You never know. Great shot there by Carly to start with.
Yeah, I think earlier this week in the first draw, Northwest Territory scored a big 5-ender to begin the game against Saskatchewan, and then Saskatchewan was able to come back with 3 and steal a 3. So you just don't know what will happen out here.
Sweeper's saying it's pretty heavy.
Okay. Yeah, bring it back. Bring it back.
Some folks still coming into this building. This is actually a regular curling club here in Ottawa, the RA Centre, but you get the real arena feel for this venue, and it's quite loud, high ceiling, flat ceiling as well, and you have a couple hundred fans in the building as well, lots of cowbells and horns, and I know the opening draw was packed in here, and a lot of the athletes using hand signals to communicate.
For sure, it's been packed in here all week, and lots of family and friends out to support each of their teams, and I think the curlers love being able to play in front of a crowd.
This is our first look at second Samantha DeGillo. Her stone will come a little bit deep.
I believe, Darren, the RA Centre was also the host of the 2021 pre-trials as well.
Yes, it's a great venue for hosting events, and there's a lot of other facilities here at the RA Centre. They used to have the curling club in a different area of the facility. This used to be a hockey pad or a skating pad, and converted it into a full-time curling rink. There's a gun range, there's archery, pickleball, gym, and we're pretty close to a lot of amenities here. Shopping mall next door, and centrally located in Ottawa. And of course, this being Winterlude, it's a pretty good time to be here in Ottawa if you have to be here in the winter. Ontario second, Tula Papas with a rub off of the Ontario guard.
Yeah, you got this.
So we have coach interactions in this event. Dustin, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so each team is given coach interactions per end to implement. So essentially they can come out and interact with their teams, which just provides a little bit more support at this age and stage, and hopefully be able to fast track some of that learning. I did have the pleasure of coaching a U18 team a couple years ago with the coach interaction rules before it was implemented at the national level, and I believe that a lot of their development throughout the year happened with those coach interactions, and they were hugely beneficial for the team.
You see the Northern Ontario Stone come a little bit deep, getting used to the draw times. I believe it was Curl Sass that was one of the kind of pilot member associations that started that new rule, and I've noticed someone that didn't come through this system. I think it's quite beneficial to the athletes here. And we were talking to Leslie Ann Walsh, who's a coach and was commentating with us last night, and she said how valuable that time is between the ends as well with the coaches. You see Tula's rock here trying to run back, and great shot, great result for Ontario. They're sitting 2 now.
Yeah, so coach interactions, they have been piloted in a few provinces over the past few seasons, and Crosask has led this initiative. All provinces and territories did see the coach interactions implemented this season at both the under-18 and under-21 national championships. They do replace the traditional timeouts that we've been using in the past. So in U18 play, coaches are allowed a maximum of 1 interaction per end. And then in the U21 play, coaches are allowed a maximum of 2 interactions in the first half of the game and a maximum of 2 interactions in the second half of the game. So just seeing a few less interactions in that second half.
So a bit of a tough break there for Kelton Tellier. Her rock is coming up a little bit short and inside, bumping the Ontario Stone up to sit 3. Should mention the coaches for these two teams for Northern Ontario. It is Casey Tellier, the mother of Samantha and Carly, who are that play back end here in the Northern Ontario team. And the Ontario team is coached by Phil Mainville. And you see the coaches there behind the scoreboards. You'll see them behind the scoreboards at every end. They get to move end to end with the athletes and be close to the skip, the house that's being called, if they wish to. First look here, Brooklyn Idison. Great last name in curling. She is the daughter of Mark Idison, one of the most decorated wheelchair Paralympians in curling. Mark won gold in 2014 in Sochi, and bronze followed up with that in Pyeongchang, and then just in 2022 in Beijing. Great shot there by Brooklyn, and Ontario sitting 4 to start, Beston.
Yeah, very strong start. Sitting 4 rocks. However, with Northern Ontario 2 having the hammer, they'll look to clear a few out of play here and potentially open up some scoring room for the skip on the last.
Northern Ontario's first appearance for any of the athletes at a national championship, and talked about this yesterday. The first day of a national championship can be nerve-wracking even if you've been there before, but especially in your first and wearing that provincial color. Great sweep to get that by, and
very nice shot.
Looks like they'll cut them down to sitting 2 now after that hit and nudge over the Ontario Stone. Confirmations from there from Ontario skip Dominique Vivier.
Yeah, super exciting for all these teams here to be playing, some of them in their first national championship, and being able to represent their province or territory, and being able to get to play on arena ice in front of stands and crowd out there, and just super exciting for the players at such a young age to have this opportunity.
And for this Ontario team in your hometown as well. And in fact, we mentioned off the top, there's 2 venues for this event. The Ottawa Hunt and Golf is the other location, so it's the home club of this women's team.
Yeah, and the ice at both facilities have been fantastic. Bill Duck is the head ice maker over at the Ottawa Hunt Club, and was over there yesterday, and the ice is terrific there as well.
See Brooklyn's rock coming just to the top 8, so Ontario back to sitting 3 without hammer.
Yeah, so that one, they would have liked it to curl a little bit more to bury around the guard. It looks like they may have left an opportunity, if they wanted to maybe potentially play a double, but it does look like we are going to see a freeze maybe coming here.
Lots of rocks in play for this opening end of draw 6. Nothing to it from the sweepers on this stone.
It's curling. Where is it?
You're on the red here.
We're on the red.
Okay, that's fine.
Kelton Stone will bump Ontario up to the 4 foot. Still sitting 3 for Ontario.
Okay. Like just off center on this side.
I think on this side,
Talked about Northern Ontario's first appearance. There's plenty of a national experience here on this Ontario 2 rink. Excuse me, on this Ontario 1 rink. Dominique, as we see calling this shot here, Dominique Vivier, the skip, was at the U18 Championships last year in Rouyn-Noranda. She was the second on Team Northern Ontario, so she's now in Ontario, Southern Ontario, competing.
16 is probably around.
Yeah, we do see a few athletes at a young age moving out, maybe from their home curling club that they grew up in and moving to another province to compete. And many of these kids out here this week are in their first year of university potentially as well. So they're able to go to university and also continue to curl their final year of U18 curling.
Dominique is in her first year at Wilfrid Laurier studying psychology with a management option. That's down in Waterloo. I believe Laurier just won the men's OUAs last night.
Yes, that's correct.
Give a shout out to the women's team. It was from Laurentian, and I know the Northern Ontario women here are proud of that because Piper Proget is on that team. They credited her, and I'll give a shout out to her as well as someone that's mentored them as a team. So lots of options for curlers to study and compete. As we see Dominique's rock come into the 8 foot. It's now Ontario sitting 4 with a wall of granite in that 8 foot.
Communicate that way because we need to make some plans like that.
We're screaming.
I heard you guys. I heard you guys. Yeah, but it wasn't
Well, it's good she heard them because it is very loud.
Get this one out and just sit here. Then it will
Okay.
stop him from getting more than
So
two.
even if we hit it there. Okay.
Good?
I almost like making this just so that we have something.
What do you like here, Dustin? Opening up the middle or playing off these reds on the side?
I would just... Okay. That's
Yeah, I think the key here is to try and open up the scoring area as much as possible. So I do like this shot. You're running a yellow into play and potentially opening up both sides. However, I also understand that the reds here on the left side, if you potentially don't make the run, it could be even trickier to score. So eliminating reds is always a good thing, and it is the first end. So even if you do give up potentially a steal of 2 or 3, it's not the end of the world given it's so early in the game. So I do also like the call to remove the red rocks.
Cameron Tellier, the skip, just in the hack confirming with her front end if they do like this call. They seem to be in agreement playing the red. The first stone has hammer in this opening end, but facing a lot of Ontario stones right now. She's got one of them.
And a very nice shot there to open it up a little bit and control the front of the house and potentially leave a raise for the next rock.
I would have done a run back just to open it up.
She's still debating her shot call, but open things up a little bit at least. They have a yellow stone, 2 yellow stones they really could use if they needed to.
Absolutely. Yeah, they have the run and they also have the one on the side. So
Just make sure we get someone to cut it in.
Mind the guard just because we don't have hammer.
Okay. 2. Yeah. If it could be perfectly like.
So the
guarding outside of
perfect
that.
spot here is to try and probably take almost both of them away. It's tough to do, but if you could just bite the center line, you may take away both run backs, and then it would be very hard to score 1 point, and you might be potentially drawing a touch of the 4 foot just to give up 2 points.
As loud as this building could be, it gets quiet at times, including Dominique's just about to throw. A lot of rocks in play all across the other sheets right now. We'll update you on the scores as we go today, but curling.ca/scoreboard has all the action from here at the RA Center as well as down the street at the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club. All women's games on this evening from Ottawa. Anderson and Pappas with the sweep, trying to block the one run.
And an excellent shot.
Tough right now for Northern Ontario to score, and they quickly go to a coach's challenge. So we get to see the first one. Again, one per end per team, and both coaches can interact with the athletes.
Whatever we feel like.
But as soon as the team that calls it is complete,
I don't mind that.
the other coach has to return to the boards.
No, I'm not 3.
What the race?
Let's listen in.
It's risky. Yeah, it is risky. And we talked just cut them down. Yeah. Really? Yeah.
Mom Casey Tellier suggesting they just cut them down.
I really don't like that. Well, what would you rather do? The race? No.
Interesting dynamic, 2 sisters and a mom. I believe it's Kelton that wasn't super on board with it, but Cameron is playing the draw.
I guess.
So the attempt here, Dustin, to cut them down to just 2. The other option that I think Kelton was thinking was the double run on the yellow into the red to cut them down to maybe just 1.
Yeah, I think both of those rocks are lined up. You could hit it almost right on the nose, and they are angled a little bit, so they're not going to jam. And the rocks here, they do spring, so I do think that shot would be there even to potentially score 1. This shot is, I would say, just a little bit difficult from the standpoint also that it is a little bit of a wider path. You do have some backing though. However,
good.
though, giving up 2 is.
Her line's great. She might just cut them down to 1 with this shot. What a great shot for the skip from the Idlewild and Sudbury. Cameron Tellier with a clutch draw on her last in the opening end, and it's just a steal of 1 for Ontario on a beautiful draw. We'll be back with continuing coverage from the U18 Championships here in Ottawa.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Gripper first.
Don't forget the brooms.
You got it.
Come on up. Okay, well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
One of the best shots of the week, and it was to give up a steal of 1. Cameron Tellier of Northern Ontario, we're still talking about that one, with a great draw to the back of the button, cold draw. And Ontario is with a 1-0 lead as we continue draw 6 action here at the U18 Championship.
Excellent shot, and I think probably the learning piece in that is to play the shot you're most comfortable with and maybe the one you feel you're going to make, and that's maybe a lesson there.
Yeah, she was. Cameron was quite happy to play the shot. She made it. See Carly McNaughton, the lead for Ontario. She's actually from Horn Granite up in New Liskeard, so about 2 hours north of North Bay.
So then maybe just like.
She runs a chicken business in her hometown, so a young entrepreneur.
One's good. One's good.
Sydney Anderson, the
Just hop for it.
youngest on this Ontario team. She's a grade 9 student here in Ottawa.
Always Brooklyn.
yeah, how exciting for her to be able to compete right in her home city, and that's many more years left to compete in U18s and then soon to be U21. So great opportunity here.
Yeah, it's interesting. All of the other 3 players on this Ontario team are all university students, and Sydney fitting in very nicely with this team to win their provincials. I believe the provincials were actually held again here in Ottawa.
Yes, they were.
They defeated the alternate that is currently on their team. Actually, Katrina Furlan was the skip of the team they defeated in the final, and they picked up Katrina to bring here as an alternate. And she represented Ontario last year, I believe, at this event. Grade 11 student Katrina herself, and you might know her as the host of the Lazy Handle podcast. A few entrepreneurs out here running their own show.
Yeah, more.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I don't mind 10.
Okay.
Should curl here.
More curl in these spots. Yeah. So don't hold it for it. Make sure you're positive.
Tula Papas, she's a first-year Ancient Greek and Roman Studies joint major with English Lit at Trent University.
Really hard on the guards.
Over in Peterborough, and so she'll hit the guard, which of course has to come back in the 5-rock rule.
Not too late. Sorry. So yeah, you can do this.
Should mention the format of this event. We have 3 pools of 7 teams, and top 4 in each pool will go on to compete for the playoffs. But all the other teams that don't qualify for the playoffs will play in a consolation event, Dustin. And I know, as someone who's working on developing youth curling in Canada, that's quite important to give them that extra the extra reps out here, and extra chance to learn. And there are people like yourself. They have some of the coaching mentors are here as well. Leslie Ann Walsh, Maurice Wilson is here. Really great development event this U18 Championship is.
100%, and that's the main purpose of the U18 Championships is on development and developing their skills and giving them an opportunity to compete. And a few years ago, U18 Championships expanded. I want to say in 2022, maybe in Timmins was the first year, I believe. In 2018 and 2019, it wasn't the expanded field yet, but we do have 42 teams of male and female genders here at this event, so provides lots of opportunities to develop more athletes in each of the provinces and territories.
Brooklyn really trying to scrub Tula's Rock over to catch a piece of it. Not quite. Yeah, a lot of athletes here competing. It's also a great event for a local economy. It was in Timmins last year, but even in a big city like Ottawa, a lot of people here, a lot of family, friends, and of course, 42 teams. It's great for the local economy, but like you said, even more importantly, it's great for these athletes. I think back when I was a junior, we had Bantam Championships in our province, but there was nothing beyond the Bantam provincials. And a lot of provinces like my own here in Ontario, you had names like John Morris and John Epping that were dominating the juniors. So when you were this age of these athletes that are out here, the biggest thing you could really aim for was potentially winning your Bantam Championship and hoping for that 1 year at the end in juniors making it to a nationals. So it's really special, and to have most of these provinces be able to send 2 rinks to this event, it's great. And even when they age out some of them into U21s, they can switch up some of their players to pick up other athletes. And of course, we talked a few of them moving around the country because of their schooling. They can continue on with U18 and U21s.
Yeah, back in I think 2004 was maybe the first year of the U18 Optimist International. So that started and continued until 2016, until the 2017 National. So previous to this, there used to be 7 provinces, 1 territory, 3 United States teams, and also 1 Japanese team that played. And then soon after in 2017 was the first year of U18 Nationals. And I also just wanted to mention just a great opportunity for the coaches as well to coach at a national championship. And you mentioned we have Leslie Ann Walsh here and also Morris Wilson that are here providing professional development sessions for the coaches as well. So great opportunity for both the athletes and the coaches here.
Saw a nice hit around the corner there by Brooklyn Idison, and then we saw a very quick coach interaction there by, speaking of coaches, Casey Telly just jumping in there to have the Northern Ontario rink peel off the front.
Really hard, yeah.
Need to make this curl to get it by. She might get the back one, or, oh, tough one. So saw that there from the coach from Northern Ontario, Casey, calling that. Of course, coaches can call the coach interaction themselves as well. Any player on the ice can call it from a team that is in control of the house, I should mention.
Line's good.
Brooklyn is a first year of Bachelor of Science degree at Western University. That's down in London. So this is a team that's really spread out across the province with their studies. Peterborough, Waterloo, the grade 9 students here in Ottawa.
Bounce it off. Big bounce, big bounce. Okay.
Yeah, it's something that we've noticed all across the country, and that players are living quite a far distance from their teammates, which does bring a few challenges in the sense of just daily training environment and being able to practice together and train together. So I know there's been more creative ways in recent years through weekly Zoom calls and those kinds of things for the athletes to stay connected. But they do travel lots to compete on weekends as well, so the teams are being able to still maybe play lots of games together. They might just be not practicing as much.
Kelton with the attempt at clearing the front, moves around some of the stones in the house as well. She's a grade 12 student herself at Marymount Academy. And I hear the moose call, I believe that was. Dustin.
Yes.
I don't see it. I saw even one of the Tellier sisters looking up for it. There are a few of the men's teams that are not in action right now watching. I see some of the Saskatchewan men's teams. I see Alberta as well up there cheering on their female counterparts.
Yeah. Just the hair buried under that guard.
Yeah, that's the one great part about the U18 Championships is they are a social event, and there's a players' lounge back at the hotel in addition to a coaches' lounge, and the players are able to connect with each other, and there's, I would say, 100% chance that some of these athletes from different provinces and territories will be playing together in future years, and we've seen it even since the start in 2017-2018, and they go on to play with each other in the future. So definitely they're competing against each other out here this week, but they are more than likely going to be some of them playing together in the future.
Yeah, we even saw in the men's field there's an athlete now in Ontario who played on the Nova Scotia team that's here as well. Her family had moved, I believe it was. So Ontario with another great end shaping up here. Dominic Vivier trying to, I think the original call was to come right in, but she's changed it up to guarding.
Bounce off, bounce off.
Little rub.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Pretty good.
Yeah, okay. I like it. Draw. Top 4 is fine.
What?
Top 4?
What?
Top 4.
Are they on the button?
No, there's a little way, so.
Cameron telling her front end they're trying to draw to the top 4 here. She is a grade 10 student. She also tutors math and English outside of school as well. So a leader on and off the ice.
Wait's good.
Really got to go to get this by the guard. Diving towards the guard, but you see Virgilio on the sweep. And this is another great draw for the skip from Northern Ontario.
Beautiful shot.
And Northern Ontario looks like their second shot, but an absolute brilliant shot again for the skip from Northern Ontario. She has brought her draw game tonight.
I think you can. I think you can shoot it out, but I think it's risky. I think you just go like. I think it's too close. I think you just do that.
Okay. Yeah.
And then even if I'm here, I don't mind. Okay.
So Brooklyn originally suggesting coming right down to that yellow stone, and Dominique saying they don't need to necessarily be that close because all those stones up front are Ontario colors. So
I'm not
she's.
sure who it is. Even if it's yellow, we can give him one. Yeah. So I'll just kind of like go behind.
It is close. From our vantage point, it looks like it's one Ontario, but to her point, it's going to be tough if she puts anything in front of it for Northern Ontario to score more than one.
A little more ice, so it's going to run a little differently here. Okay. Yeah.
We'll keep looking.
Okay. City's rock.
Top 8 is what the sweepers are calling. Looks like it's sliding pretty good.
Can you get to here? It's already there.
I don't want to touch it.
I was going to say a little tap would guarantee if there's two shots.
Definitely Northern Ontario now, but very tough to score two.
I think we're already shot.
Looks like it.
It looks like it.
You never know for sure, but it does look like it is one yellow, so
Really gently.
I would,
Just a little lighter. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, and maybe if you don't want to hurt the situation, you could throw a draw here, or just to guarantee, because that rock is never being removed from play with draw weight. It would always jam, so.
It's going to get a practice of her draw weight, which she already has nailed down, that's for sure.
She has.
But another chance for her to get it in her back pocket.
Maybe even a bit less. Yeah.
Cameron Tellier in the final stone of this second end, already sitting one, trailing by one. Trying to draw to the side of the shot rock. This one's coming up a little narrow to the target. Calling them off now. And a little short, but the one that mattered was her first one, and it resulted in a single. And another great shot for Northern Ontario. It's a 1-1 tie after two ends here of draw 6, RA Center at the U18 Canadian Championships. We'll be back after the break.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Stay with it. Miss two. Stay with it, Wilkes. What do you got? You got one. You got two. You got
Time to go home, kiddo.
Just one more throw, please.
Thank you for making moments like these possible.
Welcome back. Draw 3 here Monday nights at the RA Center. And a 1-1 tie in the Battle of Ontario. We had the men's Battle of Ontario last night, or yesterday I should say. And it was Ontario that won that one.
Good. Weight's good. It's gotta come over. I think it's
The women's, it's still up for grabs tonight. Carly McNaughton with her stone. She wanted to give a shout out to her father, Richard McNaughton, and the Horn Granite Curling Clubs, Patty McKnight and Jeremy Landry. Jeremy's actually here coaching the men's team from Northern Ontario. And Patty is a familiar name for folks here in Ottawa. She was part of the Ann Merklinger rink and a member over at the Rideau Curling Club. Patty moved up to Northern Ontario and someone that was influential in Carly's career. We see Sydney Anderson of Ontario throwing her second rock here of the third end.
Yeah, in Northern Ontario, they already do have a stone wrapped very nicely around the staggered guards and shrinks the scoring area. So there'll need to be a good freeze here from Ontario to potentially set up their deuce.
The Ontario lead credits Lisa Weigel as someone that has coached her, spent some time with her throughout the season. Pretty good mentor to have as a lead in Ontario. Also, Greg Cam has worked with her to work on her technical skills, and she also, as all these members of the Ontario team, wanted to give a shout out to Mark Idison, who's supported them throughout their years of curling in many ways. Again, some really great support on this young rink.
Scooping to get around this red.
Samantha Stone will just get by the top one.
They do.
Drag it into the rings.
Nice shot. It does make the run a little bit tougher with that yellow there.
Speaking of great influences, Tula Pappas wanted to give a shout out to Robin Bryden and Hemi McMillan of course, the Scottish men's team on Team Mowat, Team White. Worked with her a bit at the Trillium curling camps over the years.
Yeah, amazing to see all the young athletes being able to work with some amazing curlers and definitely help with their development. And I think it's just terrific that all these curlers give back to the next generation.
So Dustin, if you're Ontario right now, you had two really great ends set up. What do you take away from those first two ends as a team? You're tied 1-1, but you might feel like you're a little more ahead in terms of the percentages and what you had set up.
Yeah, I think the message as coach for me would just be to keep doing what you're doing. They're doing a lot of great things out here, making a lot of shots. They're communicating well. So I think the key for them is to just continue to communicate and keep following their game plan and making lots of curling shots. And those games do happen sometimes where you feel like you're playing super well and then maybe you have one or half a shot and not quite go your way. But it's just kind of the key is to stay focused and keep making curling shots.
And if you're Northern Ontario, you're off to a better start, better setup this end as well. So you have to be happy with that. So you see Tula Pappas with the peel attempt. Just get the top one. That'll do. Inside was the out of her hand indicated Cameron, the skip.
Weight's all there. Where do you want it? This is like a 2-3. Yeah. Straight. 16. Hard straight.
So they're calling it 3. That's a kind of tight guard or close to the rings guard. And they're just looking to keep it from exposing that red and potentially leaving them the opportunity to tap it back onto the yellow. It looks like it's done the job enough where the Team Ontario is going to play the run back.
Ontario won their opener against Prince Edward Island. It was a 7-5 win with that one. Brooklyn's Rock with the run. Great result to get rid of 2 of those Northern Ontario stones. And you hear the reaction of the Ontario hometown fans.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Weight's the same. Line's okay.
Where is it? It's got to come down.
2, 3. Less. Bit less.
No. Whoa.
Should mention the team wanted to give a shout out to Kelton, their teammate. You just saw her just delivering there. She is back curling this year. It's the first season back after surgery on her knee and both ACL and MCL and meniscus. So she had many hours of physical therapy behind her, and quite fortunate to be back on the ice. And I know they're happy to have her back, but quite impressive at maybe the being so young. That's something you can recover from a little easier, but I cannot imagine all those surgeries and to be back on the ice. So great to see her competing at the national event. For sure.
It looked like she may have got this going just a little bit. It is curling, but sweepers are on it. Nice shot there, opens it up a bit.
Like here. This way.
So the key for this one is to definitely cover the red rock so that they're not able to tap it back. Definitely want to cross the center line, I think, here. Or Darren, are they going around?
I didn't quite see.
I think they're calling 1-2 guard so. Here, yeah.
Just get here. Yeah. Straight. Curl. Hard curl. Yeah. Curl. No. Straight.
You know it's close when the curl and straight are going back and forth.
Keep it straight.
Samantha trying to keep it straight now.
Okay. It's a nice shot. The court is very tight. It might be there though, so we'll see if Team Ontario elects to play the port.
Brooklyn and Dominique coming out to take a look. I would say from our vantage point it looks there, but it always looks a little different when you're up close.
I think it's just play that. Just hit like half.
Yeah, like they're trying to. This one's gonna roll.
So they've elected to just try to peel. Might get both of them.
Yeah.
It's too thin.
All right.
Okay, peel.
Dominique has been mentored by Greg and his son Jason Cam. Two names familiar to Ontario curlers. Jason Cam competing many years at the Ontario Tankard. For the big weight peel here. Set it out just a little bit. It'll be tough to get that. That's a flash, unfortunately, for Ontario.
Do you want to just keep guarding or do you want to draw in? Guard. Can we have interference?
You see a few different names being used for the coach interactions. Interference, maybe challenge, a few different words, but it's essentially where the coach has an opportunity to chat with the team for a little bit. For just joining us.
So Casey again with a quick one saying, just block it, throw the guard.
What would you do, Darren, in this position? Would you play the come around and sit second shot stone, or would you throw the guard to force her to draw the button?
I wouldn't mind playing the come around just because we've seen Cameron make so many of these draws, and she made that one in this same spot, right, in that first end. But, and if you come up short, you're not end of the world, but I do think that port's still there. I'm not sure if Dominique will play it now, but...
Guard. Where would you guys put the guard?
Center line is guard is the call.
In my eyes, that port is pretty small, so I would be a huge fan of wanting to play the come around here, but a guard, if it is made, it'll also make it very challenging to score your 1 point.
Yeah, and if you do guard, you're not going to give up 2, right? If you make the guard in the right spot. Don't want to disrupt the other guards. Should be okay. Does the trick.
And that will mean there is definitely no port anymore. Nice shot there from the Northern Ontario skip.
Two options here, Destin. One is difficult, the other one's very difficult. But what do you think about this call, this idea of running this one in? Be the shot of the week.
Yes, it definitely would be, and it's for 2, so that is something to keep in mind. The ice curls so much, and it looks like you could, from our end, we're at the throwing end currently, so it does look a little bit more challenging. It almost looks like it is tucked a piece, but there's so much curl past the guard. You could potentially just play like a back liner and tap that out, or even just the other side's open as well to just draw the button. But this call is pretty low risk too. The worst would be a steal of 1, which isn't the end of the world. Statistically, it is a little bit better to be 1 up after this end slightly. But again, if the shot is made, being up 2 is very good. So I don't mind the call.
Dominique Vivier with a long angle run to try to score 2 points for the Ontario team. It's close.
It is very, very close.
And she's made it for 1. Wow, great shot. Dominique Vivier just catches the back of her other stone and scores the single. She'll take it. Wow, it's a 2-1 lead now for the team from Ottawa. We'll be back with the 4th end action here at the RA Center in Ottawa.
It's a beautiful blend of strategy, skill, and creativity. Curling. But it's our people that make us great. We're a mosaic of countless experiences. We communicate and collaborate. We value new ideas and different perspectives. We learn from our past and from our future. We may even disagree sometimes, but it's in our differences that we can see our strengths. The beauty of our sport is reflected in our people and our values. Regardless of your ethnicity or gender, your abilities, your stage in life, your beliefs, or who you love. The rocks and the ice don't discriminate. And as curlers, we won't either. We will be the change that we want to see in the world. Curling is a place for everyone.
We've been treated to some great shots here so far tonight in this draw 6 action of the women's event of the U18. None better than that last one by Dominique Vivier of Ontario to get the single.
It's a guard.
Almost got it for 2, just needed to hit it a little thicker on the run back to stick it for 2, but quite happy, Dustin, to make contact and get the single.
Yeah, we mentioned in the previous end that getting 1 there is statistically a little bit of an advantage to be up 1 after the 3rd end.
Let's look at it here. You can see just need to hit a little bit thicker and she would have missed her red one and stuck it for 2. But you really see the action on the rocks too. As soon as she hit that yellow one, her shooter spun out, but fantastic shot. She'll be happy with that one. That was a tough draw to make, so she opted for the low risk, high reward angle run for 2 and almost made it, but very happy to get the 1. The other first 2 ends were dominated by 2 great shots by the Northern Ontario skip that were draws. So back and forth game here in Sheet C.
We do want to give a quick apology just regarding that first end. We did have some technical problems, so we're glad everyone is joining us now, and this was resolved earlier on, so thank you again for joining us here this evening.
Yeah, thanks for subscribing. We have action here all week from Sheet C at the RA Center. Tomorrow morning we resume. Tuesday morning it is men's play. It's Quebec versus Nova Scotia. That starts at 9:30 Eastern, 10:30 Atlantic if you're still snowed in Nova Scotia and want to watch some curling. I think they have some places like 5 feet of snow out there. Could use a little bit of cooler weather here in Ottawa to cool down our canal for winterlude, but
is a beautiful shot. It actually ends up poking just a touch out the corner there, but excellent draw weight there from Northern Ontario's lead.
See here, she does touch the stone. It was just a little nudge accidental, and Ontario just puts it back to where it was. Northern Ontario accidentally bumping that stone, the stationary one. Vivier calling just a T-line bump on their own Ontario stone. This is Tula's first national championship. She's a published author, which pretty impressive for someone under 18, and a Great curler at that, too. Great shot there by Tula.
Excellent split. Here we see the replay. So the sweeper's going to try and make it curl. And it does end up curling enough to punch that one behind their corner guard and also behind the yellow corner guard as well.
With hammer, and you got 2 corner guards, tight corner guards, and 2 of your stones behind them. Good setup here for the team from the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club. See a lot of Ontario fans in the stands here. Some Saskatchewan fans as well over there.
Sweepers are on this one. It's curling a bit. They want to hold the rock straight to get it by the guard here. Line looks fantastic. They got to be worried about
too much of a bump, but
Good shot. Good shot, Sam.
just maybe a touch of an oversweep, but still turns out great.
Well, I want to make the double. Because it's second right now. It's third. So I just want to get both first, and then we'll worry about the roll later. Hit 3/4.
so the Northern Ontario team is sitting first and third right now.
Okay, that's what you have to hit. I like a good 10. Even 9-5's fine.
Tolerance is hitting the guard. We got it.
Some other games in action here. The other Ontario women's team right now up 5-0 on the other Northern Ontario women's team as well. They picked up a steal of 2 in the third end. We have a 5-2 lead for Prince Edward Island on the Yukon. And Alberta and Quebec are locked at 1 point apiece. And Saskatchewan is trailing the Northwest Territories 2-0 on our neighboring sheets. All the scores at curling.ca/scoreboard as we watch Tula Papas with a double attempt on her second shot.
Yep. Roll it.
And she nudges it. Gets a roll.
Very nice shot.
Looks like Ontario for sure sitting 2. I think just that. But great result. We have some other games in action over at the Ottawa Hunt right now. New Brunswick 1 and 2 playing each other. They're tied at 2. Quebec 1 is up 3-1 on Newfoundland and Labrador. Nova Scotia has a 5-1 lead on BC, and it's Manitoba with a 5-1 lead on Newfoundland and Labrador in the other women's game there. Northern Ontario trying to lock one right on the shot rock. How good is this one?
What a freeze. Fantastic shot.
If you get the back one, that's fine.
You gotta be. Okay, this time. 10? 9.
Brooklyn represented Ontario at the U18s in 2022 and in 2023. So this is our 3rd year in a row, but this is our first time going as Ontario won. So a veteran of the U18s. She gets a hit and roll. Does lose the back Ontario stone, which isn't a bad thing if you are Ontario with hammer right now, Dustin.
Yeah, you're sitting a few rocks around still, so Northern Ontario does need to be careful about where they place their next rock, or they're potentially leaving a double to sit 2 or a hit and roll over behind the corner guards. So big shot coming up here soon from Northern Ontario.
Okay. Please. Okay. Should we go the other way?
Kelton asking her sister to call the...
Whoa, we'll go the other way.
See the change of turns there. It's the turn they've been playing most of the end here. Just a tight guard or top of the house. Line is very important on this one. It's like you said, if Ontario gets a chance to make that double, they would be sitting a mitt full. Don't want to come too close to it either, though.
we tapping? No, it's curling. It's curling.
We're in the house for sure.
Yeah. It's okay.
This is going to slide, touch the shot stone, and
this is an opportunity for Ontario to potentially hit and roll, sit 2.
If you just do that, that's really good. I don't mind hitting.
key shot here for Ontario coming up for Brooklyn Idison.
On top of this one? Like, can't it stay here?
Yeah, but then they hit and roll buried.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, big roll then. Yeah.
You can also do that and get both.
Okay, I like that. Control.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Then you have to go this way.
Yeah, most important here to save your shooter, potentially sit second stone. I'd be a little bit less worried about making the double, but the hit and roll here is key.
Yep, you knew it. You gotta be. Okay, let's go for the double.
Switching it up now, going for the double.
Hard, too low, hard, too low, hard. Roll it, roll it, roll it.
She's got the shot rock and a great double.
What a shot.
A real heads-up play there for the Ontario skip. Dominique Vivier calling halfway down. Let's go for the double, and great line call to adjust.
No, I don't think so. I like it.
Ottawa team now sitting 2.
Line's good. Wait, where is it? Yeah. Yeah. Hard, guys. Hard. All the way. Yeah. Hard, guys. Yeah.
This is, it's like a 2, 3.
You don't want it over here.
So multi-sport athlete Kelton playing basketball, hockey, softball, skiing, and of course national championship here in curling. And both Kelton and her sister Cameron are competitive fiddle players as well. They've been to national championships, grandmasters and fiddle in Nova Scotia this summer for Cameron. A lot of talent in these two teams. In curling and otherwise.
Yeah, it's fantastic to have some different things that you might like to play sports-wise, or maybe it's music, etc. So, yeah, we see a lot of multi-sport or multi-talented individuals out here.
I was talking to someone earlier today about this event, and there'll be a lot of athletes that maybe never go on to compete at another curling national championship, and frankly, they might not go on to compete, you know, for a lot of curling in the future. But this event and this, you know, the pressure of this event and the competitiveness might inspire them in other sports and in other activities and help them grow as individuals, students as well. So it's not just about the curling, it's about, of course, the friendships you make here, but it's also about the learning experiences, the good and the bad that you take away from something like this championship.
100%.
Dominique Vivier with her first stone.
Yes, Ben. Go, Ben. That's really good.
Without hammer here, Ontario sitting 2.
Yeah, that is one lonely yellow in there now.
Cameron Tellier has made a couple of great draws, and this one's going to be one that she definitely needs to make to keep this game close.
Yep, we got it.
Couple shots at it. Still can get a skipper's deuce here.
Line's good.
Sweepers say the weight is all there. This rock is diving towards that redstone.
Really curling, yeah.
Doesn't look like it has a lot of rotation. It may have...
A little chip off. We'll still leave a guard there.
Okay. It's all good, man. Should have called them on earlier. It's all right.
The Ontario fans getting into it. This is interesting. Well, she...
I think you do that one.
Or you can throw a hack at it.
I don't know how big that port is. What was there?
Ontario seeing a chance here to really step on and the momentum of this end that they've generated.
17.
So a coach interaction's called. Coach Phil Mainville will come out and discuss with the team.
Do we just guard?
17.
What, there's a chance to come in. Yeah, you just don't want to open it up.
No, it's not. You can come in still. It's fine. It's all timeouts.
That would be, that's great, yeah.
I mean,
Fine.
it's really tight though.
So originally, Dustin had looked at playing that redstone at the top right of your screen, either tapping it in or chopping off their other redstone in the 8-foot. But Coach Phil's suggesting, do you just play the gar, or team also coming to the decision that you can just come into the top 4-foot and really cut off a few options for them. They don't want to come right to the T line though on this one though.
Yeah, I love the come around. I think sit 3, and if you can just bite the 4 potentially. Red is already sitting 2, so I think you'd apply quite a bit of pressure if you put another rock into the 4-foot.
Sitting 2 without hammer with a 2-1 lead. Ontario seeing an opportunity here to try and get a steal. Well, that's one way to sit 3.
Yeah, and that port's even smaller now.
So a coach interaction now called by Northern Ontario, and the Tellier sisters will talk with Mother Casey. Let's listen in.
Just for, like, I feel like it's a good idea. Like, even if you are too heavy,
Just don't be light.
yeah, just don't be wrong.
And it curls really,
So more ice, like edge of 12.
you can do it.
I love the dynamics between the 3 of them. It's been entertaining so far.
And like, if we can get here.
You just need half of 4,
Yeah,
right?
like come down just
Well, if you-
a few. Just a few. Hopefully.
It is a tight hole to navigate through there because that redstone is now a little bit higher up than the yellow one, and you're coming with the intern towards it. So, but she's made a couple of dandy draws early in the game, and this is one facing 3 here, Dustin.
Okay.
Yeah, a big shot here early in this game in the 4th still. So Northern Ontario skip draw weight has been on all game so far. So we'll definitely need another one here to tie the game up.
Cameron Tellier with the final stone of the 4th end, facing 3 Ontario counters, trailing 2-1, needs a chunk of the 4-foot. Has a bit of backing to work with as well. Sweepers are on this for line. Looks pretty good right now. It's close. Is she by the top red? She's close. Oh, it'll nudge it, and that is another great shot by the Northern Ontario skip to score a single. And it's a 2-2 tie as we head to the break in the Battle of Ontario. What a shot there by Cameron Tellier. Great weight, just nudges the guard. I think she probably would have been okay if she got by the guard, but we'll go to the break with a 2-2 tie and a really entertaining first half.
got one, you got two, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. EDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on this Monday evening here in Canada's capital. Draw 6 action of the U18 Women's Championship from the RA Centre. Both these teams from Ontario, Northern Ontario, looking to join British Columbia at the top of their standings and get to 2 wins. Ontario's Dominique Vivier are 1-0 right now, and it's Northern Ontario's Cameron Tellier 1-1. British Columbia at the top of the standings in this Pool B. They're at 2-0 and have the evening off tonight. It is a skips duel so far. My goodness, highlight reel shots, all 4 ends from both skips. Back to end 1 on Ontario, Northern Ontario making a fantastic draw to cut Ontario down to just 1. And we saw another great shot in Northern Ontario on the second end.
Stay close.
And then a really nice angle run back for Dominic Vivier of Ontario in the third end to get a single. And then that fourth end, it was Cameron Tellier with a really nice draw facing 3, which could have been the game at that point, trailing by 1, but chopped off the guard. I think if she got by the guard, she probably was okay with the backing, but she used the backing even with the slight rub, and we're locked at 2, and Dustin in a 2-2 skips duel.
Yeah, extremely close game so far, so excited for the second half here.
Anything?
Because if you hit the guard, it's not on the line. Yeah.
How much do you have? Yeah? Okay. Okay. All right. Give me like back line.
Another team that's in pool, in this pool here for Pool B, that's in action tonight is Quebec 2. And right now they are trailing Alberta 5-1. And Quebec looking for their first win. They're next door. Prince Edward Island are also 1-1 in this pool, as is Alberta next door. They're 1-1 as well. So very tight pool right now for this Pool B of the women's. Brooklyn Idison leaning on that rock. Makes contact, but doesn't quite remove it. Dustin, we've talked a lot about this event, and the U21s are coming up as well, but you at Curling Canada have a new event on the horizon. What can you tell us about the event that's going to be featuring even some of the younger athletes than what we have out here this week?
Yeah, Darren, Curling Canada is super excited to develop 4 new U15 Rockfest regional events that'll be taking place across Canada this year. So really focusing on a skill development event. So these will feature young curlers between the ages of 10 and 15 for opportunities to develop their skills and compete against other curlers from neighboring provinces and territories. And pretty amazing that over 300 kids will compete in the 4 regional events starting next month. So we have 4 events. So we're starting with the Prairies in Yorkton with 96 kids. Then shortly after we'll head to Sherwood Park with 84 kids. The next will be in Niagara Falls with 72 kids, and then the final Rockfest for this season will be in Moncton with 60 kids. So very critical in our long-term curler development framework, and very excited to kick them off this season.
And you have some great high-performance athletes lined up to help those participating.
Absolutely. One of the key parts of those events is the skill development clinics that'll take place, and we're lucky to have confirmed our first 2 Rockfest events. So in the Prairies, we have Ashley Howard, Travis Brown, Amber Holland, Steve Laycock, and 4-time Scotties champion Shannon Burchard joining us. And in the West, we have Team Botchers Mark Kennedy and Brendan Botcher, David and Heather Nedowin, our World Junior A women's team's Team Plet, Beth Iskew. We have someone competing in this event, Jackson Hebert on Team Alberta 2 joining. So we're very excited for that component of the event as well. It'll also feature singles competitions, triples curling as well, and similar to this event, some fun off-ice activities. So yeah, definitely excited to provide this opportunity for curlers beyond the U18 and U21 championships.
So we watch Northern Ontario chip off the front guard, sitting 2 right now without hammer. Really impressive. You mentioned Mila Platt. She was the champion in this event last year. So a lot of those names are, like you said as well, some of the athletes participating here. It's great to see them already giving back to help the stars of tomorrow. For sure. But what a change it's been over the last 10 years to having just 1 national championship for a junior athlete, now having U18s, U21s, the Rockfest. You know, if you're competing at the university and college level as well. So
Yeah, I often joke when it'd be very exciting to be a young 12, 13-year-old curler again. I'm a little bit jealous of all the opportunities, say that jokingly for sure, but even our one other skill development program that we have is the hit, draw, tap competition. So this is for curlers between the ages of 6 and 13, and we're very excited at our 3 SOC Season of Champions events, the Scotties in Calgary, the Montana's Briar in Regina, and as well as the BKT Women's Worlds in Sydney, Nova Scotia. There'll be young curlers between the ages of 6 and 13 get to have their hit, draw, tap provincial shootout on arena ice, as well as member associations. 14 provincial territorial across the country run hit, draw, tap provincial shootouts. Some of them are also in arenas during their men's and women's provincials. We just recently saw Curlon have their kids in an arena for their hit, draw, tap provincial. So another opportunity for kids, and really closing a lot of gaps maybe that were there in the past, but a lot of exciting opportunities for young kids, and both recreationally and competitively, to further their skills and have a fun and enjoyable experience curling.
For sure. This game has been dominated by a lot of rocks in play, but this is one of the more open ends. We saw Tula Pappas with a beautiful double on her last for Ontario, and things have opened up a little bit here. Ontario has hammer.
Yeah, so many rocks in play, Darren, but yet all 4 ends have been single-point scores. So, and here we see another beautiful double.
And Ontario sitting 2. That biter at the back could be a factor.
And the Saskatchewan fans are going crazy, so I'm assuming there might have been a very nice shot from Team Saskatchewan this past end.
Taking an extra second in the hack there, letting the arena calm down a little bit. This one needs to curl. It's hard to hear. Needs a piece of it. She got anything? Just, oh, not quite.
Make them equal.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. I think I'm gonna give you a 6. Yes, I like that.
It was a deuce for Saskatchewan to tie things up next door. Territories, Northwest Territories and Saskatchewan game is locked at 2. Fans in Ontario keeping an eye on the other game. Ontario women over there have a 5-1 lead on the other Northern Ontario team. That one coming up a little short, Dustin, but chance for Cameron to remove both these stones. Talked so much about her draws. This is a key hit for her to make in this game.
9?
Yeah, that other one looks like it's just biting in the back, so if they can clip that back one too, that would be a great outcome for Northern Ontario. Straight out of her hand is the call. She's close. This looks extremely close.
She'll make it over the top.
Get it the other way.
And not quite. Where does this roll to?
That's a pretty good outcome. Excellent outcome.
I laugh because the front end of Ontario with a smile here at the shot making of Northern Ontario today. Look at this roll she gets. Doesn't quite make the double, but hit, roll, buried. It's difficult when you're playing a hot skip that's making all these shots to, you know, where you had ends set up to just, you know, be patient if you're Ontario. Not to let your, you know, feel for how the other team is maybe setting the end up, and it gets taken away from you every end right now.
Right. That was an excellent hit and roll, and one of the toughest shots in curling to make a perfect hit and roll. It just takes so much accuracy. So beautiful shot from Northern Ontario.
Calling back line, so it looks like they are trying to bump it back.
It's like 13. Yeah. You pass the guard and you go hard for pull.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. You got it,
Did you hear the call? Are they calling back line here, Darren?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we are directly behind this sheet, and we can see that this yellow rock is actually poking a hair outside the other side, so it is fully buried, but it is a little bit deeper in the ring, so they might be able to get at it with lighter weight.
And this really needs to curl, and the sweepers are also indicating it's heavy, so I don't know if this one's got a chance. This is closer to board weight, so again, momentum shift in this end. Northern Ontario now with a chance to force Ontario. So we'll get a coach interaction. Let's listen into Casey Tellier, the coach, once again.
So just keep yours separated, and then put it where if they hit you,
it's going to jam on the...
Yeah.
So jam on what?
Just make sure they're separated. They can't double you off.
So like on this side?
Yeah.
8 foot here?
Yeah. So if they nose you, they're not going to be ahead of that yellow one.
Oh, so what if we do like top 8?
Yeah, just keep them separated, okay?
Keep them separated. I think you want to avoid the hitting prowess of Dominique Vivier. So you heard Casey say keep them as separate as possible so there is no double to score 2.
Yeah, that was a great coach interaction and really well thought out, and where this rock should be placed and potentially maybe set up a jam potential. So excellent time for a coach interaction.
Talked at the beginning, Dustin, and how valuable the coach interactions are. They're also so valuable between the ends, 45 seconds for both coaches to interact with the team. And I think this might be an end too, where if you're Ontario's coach, depending on what happens here, but you just, again, stress the patience of the team. I know it can be frustrating when you're playing a skip that's making everything right now. Cameron Tellier trying to sit 2, nicely separated for the team from the Ottawa Wild in Sudbury. Got to be in the house.
All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way.
Out counting the red one is key, and as much separation as you can. It's a pretty steep double, so.
Yeah, and sometimes we actually leave those a touch higher just to make the double that much tougher. So if that rock's a couple feet deeper, it actually makes the double easier, where that would be very thin to be able to make that now. So it does force Ontario to maybe play the draw.
Dominique Vivier needs a full 8 foot to score her single. Ontario fans clapping along, encouraging Pappas and Anderson on this sweep to get to the 8 foot. It looks pretty good.
Speed looks excellent. That was 15 hog to hog.
And no mistake about it, facing 2. Dominique Vivier delivers, and it's a 3-2 Ontario lead as we head to the 6th end of draw 6 in Ottawa.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us here at the 6N. Draw 6, Darren McEwen alongside Dustin McCush as we watch Northern Ontario lead Carly McNaughton deliver.
Never.
Dustin, it's deuces are tough to come by tonight. It's
Yes.
been a 1-1-1-1 battle tonight.
Take it down. So
That was a more open end though, and nice draw by Dominique Vivier to get Ontario the single. Teams are next in action. Ontario heads to the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club tomorrow afternoon at 2 Eastern. They'll take on Alberta 2. And then Northern Ontario 2 has the day off tomorrow. They're back in action on Wednesday morning over at the Ottawa Hunt, and they'll take on Quebec 2. So, chance to relax tomorrow if you're the team from Sudbury. Tuesday night, maybe go to a movie.
Or Winterlude.
Winterlude, yeah. So ice carvings around town.
Yeah, there's an ice sculpture in front of the Hunt Club. Might have to snag a picture in there.
A lot of tourists in town. It's a very popular event. Nice to see the canal opened a couple weekends ago, but not ideal to be out there right now. It's actually, I believe, still closed and likely to stay closed for a while. We're in for some warm weather later this week, rain and +6. So Bill Duck and his team will have their hands full with the moisture and the fans in the arena on Thursday and Friday if we do have that rain materializing. Corner guard going up here for Northern Ontario, and a good start for both teams. Talked about Northern Ontario, the other women's team, Northern Ontario 1, skipped by Claire Dubinsky. They're trailing 5-1 right now, but they're 2-0 in the event. They lead Pool A. Familiar name on that team to curling fans is Bella McCarville, the daughter of Mike and Krista McCarville. Both Mike and Krista headed to the Montana's Brier and the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, respectively. So a very busy household for that Northern Ontario family. Pool C right now is led by Nova Scotia, as well as Newfoundland and Labrador 1 and Manitoba 1 are both 2-0 in Pool C women's action. So all the standings, all the scores, rosters at curling.ca/scoreboard.
We did see Krista and Mike here yesterday during the opening ceremonies, but I imagine Krista might be back in Thunder Bay later this week preparing for the Scotties and teaching and getting ready for a busy February.
Brad Gushu here as well, cheering on his daughters from Newfoundland and Labrador. Mark Idison was actually here yesterday watching Brooklyn and her team here. It's part of the opening day and the opening ceremonies. We watched Tula with a wide hit here.
Stop.
We saw Lisa Weigel here yesterday as well, fresh from being the chef de mission in Gangwon at the Youth Olympics. So very busy time in the curling world for youth curling, but also our upcoming season of champions events as well.
So miss there for Ontario and a chance for Northern Ontario to remove shot rock here. Samantha DiGilio can make this one. Carly McNaughton on the curl and switching it up now to Kelton Tellier. And a nice shot. Ontario fans cheering that one on.
Nine's good. What is this, an 8? Take out. Is this a takeout? Yeah. It's a hit? Is it a hit? Yeah. Okay.
Confirming. Good to confirm on this one.
It's always good to confirm. And I think every curler can say before where they maybe potentially threw the wrong call or the wrong turn that was being called, so great for them to confirm before the throw.
I've seen high performance teams throw wrong turns sometimes on those peels, and you just play it cool. You all play it cool, pretend that was the call as long as you make it. This one needs to curl though. Just nudges it, moves it a little closer to behind the corner guard, but it's still open. Nose hit for the team from Ottawa. Just a little bit of a roll to the center line.
Yeah, Team Ontario will be looking to roll to the open side a touch. A nose hit here would potentially set up a double for Team Northern Ontario.
Big cheers there for him. The crowd is Ontario 2. Makes a great shot to score, looks like
maybe even
break
4.
That game. Handshakes, and Ontario 2 will hand Northern Ontario 1, their first loss of the event. So one Battle of Ontario is decided. We have another one here with Dominic Vivier delivering stone here for Ontario in a loud RA center. That rock really took a jump there, Dustin, but good hit and roll.
Great
Very
shot.
separated rocks. Another final out there tonight. Prince Edward Island was a decisive 16-2 win for them over the Yukon. I will say this Ontario team are big fans of Ted Lasso, and it has Ted Lasso energy in here tonight with the crowd. And also a good quote from Ted Lasso that I think they might be adopting tonight is, happiest animal on earth, it's a goldfish. You know why? It gets a 10-second memory. And they've made so many ends set up well, and I think they've haven't been able to maybe capitalize because of some great shots by Northern Ontario to finish off the end. So just park those, move on. Take some advice from Ted Lasso. But here's a chance, though, for Ontario to at least get a force, maybe generate a steal in this 6th end. As we saw Cameron Tellier's rock flash the hit.
Yeah. You can be a guard.
Yeah. Fully.
Collins is like right here.
9-1 was the final in Ontario 2 and then versus Northern Ontario 1.
A little bit behind it.
You got it, Dom.
I still want to be closer to the center though.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you the same as my last draw.
Yeah.
A little less. A little less.
Fair less.
Just a hair.
Yeah. 3 feet.
Don't want to be past top 8.
Are you sure? Yes!
That's unison. Well, top 8 it is. Coach interaction called here. We'll get to listen to Casey Tellier chat with daughters Cameron and Kelton.
He's been drawing very well today, so I'm curious to see what the call might be. Looks like the draw is the call.
Interesting she's choosing this turn with the guard there, but also she has played the draw, the in-turn draw in the, what was that, the 4th end on this side, but
the ice does curl a lot here. We did see that early in the game, but that guard will definitely be a concern if the weight is close.
She has made a lot of these. But this one, as we get later in the game, very important. Cameron Tellier facing 3 Ontario counters on her last. Trailing 1. Does she have more magic? Still on the guard right now. Still in the guard, but it looks a little light. Might be able to drag it there, though, Justin. Are they by the guard? They're not by the guard. And that will be a huge steal of 3 and a 6-2 lead for the team from the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club as we get set for 7th end coming up next.
Make moments like these possible.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Welcome back. 7th end. Ontario with a 6-2 lead. And at the break, I was madly Googling a quote from Ted Lasso about patience. I didn't find one. But the Ontario team has to be happy with the way that end played out. They made all 8 shots. Got a little fortunate there with a rub on the guard from Northern Ontario, and they're finding themselves in the driver's seat with 2 ends remaining in regulation here at the RA Center in a key game in round-robin play.
For sure, and we saw it even last week or a couple weeks ago at the Ontario men's provincials come from behind win for one of the men's teams in the CC game or 2-2 game. I'm not sure how it's phrased, maybe not in Ontario, but they scored 4 to go to an extra and then ended up stealing in an extra. So a couple ends left, and we did just see a big steal at 3. So some made shots, and definitely some points could be still put on the scoreboard.
Yeah, there's been some big ends in this event so far as well. Most of them have come early, but still possible. You get 3 here, get 2 here even, and maybe work some magic in the 8th end. So Northern Ontario has some work to do, though, as we watch Carly McNaughton. Corner guard goes up for Northern Ontario.
Steady a little bit. Sit a little bit. Yeah, it's got to be top 4. All you. Line's really good. Line's really good. Keep going, all you. All you, keep looking.
Another low-scoring game, at least in the first 6 ends. Over on sheet D is Saskatchewan tied 2-2 right now with Northwest Territories. And it's Alberta, one of the other teams from this pool, playing Quebec. It's Alberta leading 5-3 as they are playing the 7th end. Again, it's the top 4 from the 3 pools advanced to the playoffs.
Line's good. Sound. Whoa, Scotty girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back 12. Watch out.
This one dig in. Piece of the paint just slips out the back door. Dominique Vivier looking behind, making sure she can peel this one. And there's been 5 stones thrown. I've had a skip. Forget about that. In a national final championship game. Not going to say his name.
I think it still happens frequently where and then the front end or somebody yells down that I don't think we can do this quite yet.
Nice peel there by Tula Papas. Great sign. Don't foola with Tula. Props to the Ontario fans for some good signs tonight.
Line's good. Yeah. All the way.
There they are.
Great signs.
Brooklyn Idison with the peel attempt. Great words to hear from your skip. Just clean.
Darren, there's a big event coming up in a couple weeks, the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Calgary. Tell us more a little bit about something you have going on opening weekend.
Yeah, we got the Sandra Schmirler Foundation telethon on opening Sunday of the Scotties again this year. Big $1 million goal. So we're looking forward to that on TSN. And opening draw action starts Friday. We'll be there all weekend and excited for that.
Darren's recently been named the new executive director of the Sandra Schmirler Foundation, taking over from Brenda Gallagher, who's done fantastic work with the foundation over the last number of years. So exciting times ahead to carry on from Brenda.
Yeah, and we've had a great partnership with Curling Canada over the years. Wouldn't be possible without them. Looking forward to seeing a lot of former U21 athletes participating in that. We have Skylar Ackerman representing your home province of Saskatchewan as a skip. She was a scholar for the foundation and had an incredible performance at the Viterra Scotties in Saskatchewan.
If it's back, bring it back. Can you take it through?
Also, shout out to some fellow Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club members, Team Danielle Inglis, Curling Canada employee that's representing Team Ontario this year. And exciting to have Danielle wearing the Ontario colors. And I know they've practiced a lot over at the Ottawa Hunt. I'm not sure which arena will be louder, this one or the Winsport Arena in Calgary.
And if you are planning to attend the Scotties and haven't got your tickets yet, definitely get them. We have received word that it is standing room only for the finals and plus some of the playoff weekends. So definitely, if you're looking to get your tickets fast. And with the Montana's Briar coming up March 1st to 10th in Regina, Saskatchewan, another busy event, and lots of tickets have been sold. So get your tickets now if you haven't done so already.
Yeah, curling.ca for all the draws and who's in which pool. There's Pool A, Pool B, a lot of discussion online of which pool is the more difficult one. I don't have a clue which one would be more. I wouldn't want to be in either one, especially having a couple more of the CTRS teams qualifying, one more than previous years with Nunavut not fielding a team. It's a really difficult field this year, both the men's and women's, but obviously the women's is decided now for the pools, and there is not an easy route to championship weekend there in Calgary. Dominic Vivier here with a chance to sit 3 for Ontario if she can make contact on this Northern Ontario counter. Quiet weight hit here. Going on it early, they're calling 10, which was the call. This rock's diving though towards the center. Should be okay. A little bit of a roll. Cameron Tellier attempting the freeze here. She can never, Dustin, get to the inside of this one too. It will be difficult, nose or just a little inside. It'll be very difficult to remove the shot stone. Might need to move it just a tiny bit to count as well.
Yeah, a nice freeze would set up a deuce for sure. So this one will have to be very precise. It's one of our called precision draw. So sweepers are on it early here.
Needs it for weight. This one's a little light. Just trying to get it out of the way now, so they have a shot on their last. shift in this game in the last two ends. You can all hear it in the building too with the Ontario fans. Kind of sensing that the momentum now is strongly in Ontario's favor. But a great battle nonetheless, and some great shots for Northern Ontario to stay in this one. If Dominique Vivier can put one top 4, top 8, it's going to be really difficult for the team from the north to score.
You got it. I think 5-5.
Yeah, I think that's close.
Wilfrid Laurier student, first year. Showing poise this game to be patient. Sweepers like the weight. This looks like a beautiful shot, Dustin.
Very nice.
Really big shot. I think it's there for the single, but not an easy one to keep your shooter in the 8-foot to still score, but
yeah, not an easy shot here.
Double.
Doubles the call.
9? Yeah.
She's had some magic tonight. Does she have another one in her? Cameron Tellier facing 4 Ontario counters, down by 4. Needs to curl. It's close.
It is curling.
She got the back one. Not quite. It's a hit, roll out, and it will be another steal. This time it's 3 more, and a 9-2 lead now for the team from Ontario. And we'll be back with the 8th end here at the RA Center in Draw 6 action.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
Welcome back. 8th end here at the RA Center.
Yeah.
It's the U18 Championships from Ottawa.
All the way.
It's a 9-2 lead for Ontario and the team from Ottawa. 2 other games in action too, neighboring sheets, close ones. Saskatchewan stole a single in the 7th to lead 3-2 on Northwest Territories. The Territories have hammer here in the 8th. Try and update you there if that game ends before our feature. And Alberta with a 5-3 lead on Quebec next door as well. 2 throw-throughs here for Ontario. This is the second one for Sydney Anderson, and her work is done tonight in terms of throwing granite. Ontario back in action tomorrow afternoon. They'll be taking on Alberta 2 over at the Ottawa Hunt. Northern Ontario, as we mentioned earlier, has the day off tomorrow. So Dustin, chance just to get a few more reps in this end as well. Maybe end on a positive for Northern Ontario, and certainly Ontario's played a great game themselves and continue that strong play here into the 8th.
Yes, good opportunity to keep learning the ice, learn what's doing late in the game, get a few more rocks in here, and maybe potentially put some good rocks in the memory bank for tomorrow's games.
That'll slip out the back door. Alberta fans are applauding what happened on sheet B. Didn't quite see it, but it looks like they may have picked up some more points to expand their lead. That game's getting a little tight on time. Teams in this event are on a time clock of 34 minutes for each team, and the coach interactions do not stop the time clock. So you got to be conscious of the time, especially if you're not used to playing with time clocks. See Ontario throwing another one through here. Should mention as well, we'll be back here tomorrow. I won't be, but we'll have coverage tomorrow morning. Tuesday morning action is the Quebec men will be taking on Nova Scotia at 9:30 Eastern. That's 10:30 Atlantic, right here at Curling Canada Plus. 3 draws a day, including as we get into the playoffs on Thursday, Friday, and of course, Championship Saturday. Nice shot there for Northern Ontario. Samantha DeGilio. And we will see the peeling prowess of Tula Papas.
Close, yep, yes, yep, hard, hard, get hard, really hard, go, go, go. Clean, clean, clean.
Nice peel for the Ontario second. Moose call still. Moose is still alive up there in the crowd. It was a single point for Alberta in the neighboring sheet, so they're up 6-3 in Quebec. Quebec have Hammer coming home. Quebec has just 3 minutes to play their last end, 3.5 minutes. So.
All right, guys. All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way.
Good sweep.
Okay, whoa, whoa,
after a long game for Northern Ontario, they sit 2. Just saw Casey Tellier, Coach Casey, just saying, once this is removed, they will. We'll go one more. There we are. So they will extend congratulations and good luck to the Ontario team. And Northern Ontario with a very solid effort, keeping things very close. And a well-played game for both teams, but it was the team for the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club with a 9-2 victory in Draw 6. Visit curling.ca/scoreboard to stay up to date on all the scores and action here from the Under-18 Championships. Dustin McCush, I'd like to thank you for joining us, and we'll be back tomorrow with more action here from the RA Center.
Thanks, Darren.
See you then.